Hello everybody and welcome to the 4th of July Independence Day episode of the Wine Guild. I'm Anthony LaVista and I am here with Matthew, Nicole, and Michael. And on this special day, we're going to talk a little bit about, we're going to taste some good wine, and we're also going to talk a little bit about history. On this 237th birthday of America, do you know that? America's 237 years old. That's old. Right, Mike? That's pretty old. But this is a special day, too, because it's a special day for the Wine Guild, and we're going to get to that in a minute. But before we do that, I wanted to just say that wine and America have always gone together. From the very first time that someone settled on the colony of Virginia, they were planting grapes. And actually, in 1723, the first legislature that was on this continent, the Virginia legislature, declared that every man should plant a quarter acre of vineyards. How about that? That was an endorsement of wine, right? So it shows that we had a history of wine that goes well beyond any other type of beverage. And also, the founders of this country all were drinkers of wine. George Washington, up there in that picture behind us. Thomas Jefferson, who wrote this Declaration of Independence right here. John Adams, Benjamin Franklin, James Madison, all wine drinkers. And in fact, I think when they actually signed the Declaration of Independence on that July 4th in 1776, they actually broke open some wine afterwards and drank it. And the person that brought that wine was the only Italian to sign the Declaration of Independence. And his name was, you know what his name was?
Forget.
How about you? You know what his name was?
What?
What his name was. How about you, Mike? Do you remember?
Who?
The only Italian to sign the Declaration of Independence.
Thomas Jefferson.
No, Thomas Jefferson wasn't Italian, though he did like Italian and
George
French culture.
Washington?
No, George Washington wasn't Italian.
His name started with a P.
You're right, Matthew. His name was William
P.
Paca, P-A-C-A. And he was the only person of Italian descent that signed the Declaration of Independence. He was from the state of Maryland. So anyway, I'm sure what he did was break out something like this, which was Barolo. And we're not going to drink that today because as you all know, I love Italian wine, but not today. We're not going to drink Barolo today. We are going to drink an American wine. So, before we do that though, I wanted to say that right near and now, on this 273rd birthday of America, 237th birthday, I should say, we are going to have our own Declaration of Independence. We're going to have what I'm going to call the Declaration of the Wine of the New World Order on the Wine Guild. Okay? And I'm going to read it to you right now. And it's going to be much like this Declaration of Independence right here. Here it goes. We hold these truths to be self-evident, that all of our palates are created equal, that every person is endowed by their Creator with the ability and right to appreciate and enjoy good wine. We therefore declare the following. We shall never drink wine just to get drunk. Right? Never. That's never what you drink wine for.
Never.
We will not be swayed by the opinions of so-called wine experts. Right? Who cares what the experts say? We're going to do our own thing. We will not be fooled by the price point. The more a wine costs does not mean that it's better. Or we're not going to be fooled by fancy labels either. Who cares what the label says like? It might be a good wine, right? Even if the label is ugly or is not pretty. Number 4, that was 3. Number 4, we will strive to continually expand our palates and try new wines. The only fun of wine is to try new wine, right? Try different types of wines. Number 5, we will drink wine with our family and friends because wine is designed and created by God for us to bring people together and have fun, right?
Yes.
And then finally, number 6, we are all individuals with our own tastes and preferences, and therefore there was no such thing as a bad wine. Now, no such thing as bad wine unless that bad wine is something like this. Vinegar. We don't want to drink vinegar.
Yeah,
if a wine tastes vinegar, that's bad, right? But other than that, there's no such thing as wine, as bad wine. So, that is our declaration of new wine order independence. And what we're going to do now is taste a uniquely American wine. This is from one of my favorite regions in California. It's from Alexander Valley. It's called Cooper's Find. The Alexander Valley is one of the best areas in California, in my opinion, in this person's palate's opinion, that makes Cabernet Sauvignon, and that's exactly what this is. And this is, let's see, what year or vintage is this? This is a 2010. It's a bit early for Cab, 2010. Usually I like to wait a little bit more, but we're going to try it anyway. And we're going to see how it is. And I have this special big expensive glass for the 4th of July. So let's smell it.
So good. It smells like raspberry.
What's it smell like? Raspberry?
And cherries.
And cherries?
Plums. Grape, raspberry, and
Wait,
plums.
raspberry, plums,
Grape, raspberry, plums?
grapes,
That's what I think.
cherry.
I think I smell all that stuff in here.
Yeah.
You guys have
Me too.
good
It
noses.
smells like a fruity thing.
It is very fruity, right? Very fruity smell. Now let's taste it. Very dry.
Let me smell.
You want to smell it again? Very complex wine, I must say. Very complex. It's dry, yet I could still yet I could still taste some fruit. I can also taste some oak, but it's not overly oaked. It's
Plums.
I don't know if I can taste the plums.
Yeah.
How about the cherries?
Raspberry I can taste.
How about the cherry?
Alcohol content is there, so you get a little bit of burn. I think this is a great wine. It's very complex, and when you get a complex wine, that makes it even more fun because you get to think about all the various attributes of it, and tasting it is a whole experience, right? So I think I give this thumbs up to Cooper's Find Alexander Valley Cabernet Sauvignon, and I bet in a couple of years it'll be even better. So, with that, I would like to say, will you sign the Wine Guild Declaration of New Wine Order? I ask you that. If you'll do that and join us, together we're going to build the Guild. So as always, I'd like to thank you for watching, and what do we want to say to the audience out there? Happy 4th of July, and happy birthday America, right? Okay, how about a 2-gun salute for America's birthday? Alright, that's not bad. As always, thank you for watching The Wine Guild.